What is going on, guys? This is your boy Tanvi Sai, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, #1, and hit that bell notification button. Today's casual classic cinema chat is gonna cover two movies: Captain America: The First Avenger and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The first movie first. Captain America: The First Avenger. It was a decent backstory. Okay, especially of Red Skull, it was a decent backstory, and yes, it was at many times it was corny. And by the way, no, I don't read comics. Okay, Captain America was a mascot, so he was roided up just to be a mascot. I found that to be extremely clownish. And, like, yes, it was all scripted where all the people said, bring out the girls, we want to see the girls. We don't want to see this, we don't want to see your sales pitch for all the bonds that you can buy and it will help, create ammunition and help in the World War II. Yeah, we want to see the girls again. So, in that regard, yes, that was actually one of the most corniest parts of the movie. And yes, he was this super clean cut kind of guy. See, I can understand now why people don't gravitate towards Captain America. People, compared to Iron Man, compared to Thor, people don't like Captain America because there's this beta male aura that sort of emanates from Captain America. Like when you see Tony Stark, I don't know if I covered Iron Man 2, but those were very good movies. Compared to this was a very, very good movies. Yeah, I think I covered them. The one with the Ironmonger and whatnot. Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. absolutely nailed it. People are not going to remember Robert Downey Jr. for Sherlock Holmes as much as they're going to remember Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man. Okay, and I just found out the other day, he was actually in Tropic. He was the black guy in Tropic Thunder apparently. That's Robert Downey Jr. Oh yeah, so I was told. So, and by the way, if you haven't seen Tropic Thunder, guys, go watch it. It is a fantastic movie. Compared to the comedic value of Jumanji, Tropic Thunder blows both Jumanjis out of the water 50 times over. Okay, but getting back to Captain America, the First Avenger. Okay, so yeah, they created the super serum, and the reason they chose Steve Rogers is because he understands the value of power. And all those people who worked hard to get muscles don't understand the value of power, so they're just putting on muscle mass just for nothing. Yeah, so the script, although it's way better than that, I believe there's a 1991 Captain America movie where he drop kicks the. He drop kicks some missile from the White House or something, and then it lands in Alaska or something. Yeah, way better than that. But it was the best I could say is it was a 6 out of 10 movie. It was a decent attempt at giving Captain America a backstory. Okay, it was a decent attempt. Some parts worked well, some parts didn't work well. But yeah, if they would have just made that guy a bit more bit more alpha. I'm like, yeah, I know the Captain America in the comics doesn't have a beard, but okay, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay. But how does a guy that short become that tall? Just by building muscle? Building muscle doesn't get you height. Okay, whatever. Super serum stuff. Super serum, not just any serum. Super serum. Okay, it even increases your skull size apparently. Okay, fantastic. Okay. However, the seeds were planted for things with Peggy Carter. Was that her name? Penny Carter or Peggy Carter? Okay, that British girl. Okay, and Captain America's personality, it showed through that he really he is so clean cut. He really believes so hard and so steadfastly, so much. He believes in the ideal of freedom that even if the government tells you no, it's all a ruse. Let us hypothetically, the government says no, it's all a ruse. He was still no, sir, you're the ruse. I still believe in the freedom. I'm like, I just told you it's a ruse. No, you're the ruse. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's living it now. But yeah. And he really believed in sort of the people of America and all that. So that shows off pretty well in the first movie when he finds a way to self-sacrifice himself or something, and then he wakes up all this time later, and then he's 70 years in the future and whatnot. Okay, 6 out of 10. Second movie, Samuel Jackson. Okay, he shows up. The last time he trusted someone, he lost an eye. Anyone who saw Captain Marvel will tell you that is garbage. Okay? The last time he trusted someone was in 95. Okay, yeah. Oh my. See, this Captain Marvel, it keeps going back. Captain Marvel, it screwed so many things over, and it made Brie Larson so hated within a lot of MCU fans. They're like, oh my god, can't stand Brie Larson. Just can't stand her acting. Okay, the second movie. And by the way, no, I did not see the post-credit scenes. I am going to see it after this recording is done, and if there's any more reactions, I'm going to put it down. If it changes my final score, I'm going to put it down in the comment section below. I'm going to pin that comment. But yes, without having seen the post-credit scene, I thought this movie... Oh yeah, and by the way, with the Batman Dark Knight Rises, apparently in the post-credit scene, he's still alive? Okay, Bruce Wayne is still alive. He's eating dinner or something in a restaurant, in a cafe, and no one else except Alfred recognizes him. Okay, 7.5 out of 10. Okay, from 8 out of 10. Now, the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier. Here's the thing. It had one of the most intriguing plots in a Captain America movie. At least that's what I'm seeing so far. Now, I'm not talking about Civil War. I'm not talking, where you have... No, I'm not talking about Avengers Endgame. I'm not talking about Avengers Age of Ultron. What? Age of Ultron, I didn't see it. Civil War, I saw it in 2016. I have to see it once more. Okay. But, yes. The story itself was fantastic. Because it actually kept me at the edge of my seat. I'm like, okay, who is messing with S.H.I.E.L.D.? Okay, then I had a feeling it was gonna be Bucky. And yeah, maybe they revealed it in the movie through some writing or something that I could not read. How did Bucky survive for that long? Yeah, so I had a feeling it was gonna be Bucky, but yeah, they managed to keep the mystery about the keep the identity of the Winter Soldier for a while. They managed to keep it hidden for a while, and they hidden quite well. Although the movie script will tell you that Bucky, the Winter Soldier, has been active for quite some time, even when Captain America was asleep, when Steve Rogers was asleep. The whole thing pointing to Hydra, the parasite in Hydra, using the very old computer technology and all the blocky visual features, the face made out of those blocky pixels of that scientist of Red Skull. Very well done, man. Very well done. And even towards the end, the thing with, it shows that, Red Skull is still alive. Apparently Red Skull might be still alive. And he's gonna take it, do some other stuff. The Hydra thing is, it's past its course. No, its time has passed, and he's gonna focus energy on some other ways, because the whatever damage Hydra had to do, it did essentially. Very well told. Okay, the interaction of Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow and the Human Falcon, also done very well. Steve Rogers' acting came off as much more tolerable in this movie. They didn't focus too much. They didn't focus too much on Captain America not being able to being very uncomfortable around women. They just casually brought it up here and there. They focused much more on Captain America being a soldier and his mission and whatnot. So that was told, also told pretty well. It's sort of it's not as good as Wolverine, X-Men Wolverine. It's not as good as that, but you sort of got that kind of vibe. But yeah, Captain America being on the hunt, that was that whole part, how they got to the secret, the secret Hydra base. Fantastic, man. Really, really good. Okay, Nick Fury surviving with tetrodotoxin B that decreases your heart rate to 1 beat per minute. And you think your brain is going to survive that long? With 1 beat per... Yeah, why not? It's the MCU, man. Okay, yeah, no, maybe, it's why, because he's Samuel Jackson, man. A shark fucking ate him. Okay? And he still showed up in other movies. Oh. So, yeah. And the movie at time was a bit too action heavy, but it's understandable. At some point I'm like, man, did they co-write this with Michael Bay? Every time, because I'm getting a little tired of too much action in movies. Just give me a good plot. Give me very high-paced hardcore or very high-intensity action only when it's needed. But other than that, either make the action badass, in X-Men Wolverine or in Logan, or just give me when it is needed. Captain America, Steve Rogers, although his acting came off more tolerable, it still doesn't touch what Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. did in the first 2 Iron Man movies, or I think in any Iron Man movie. But still, the plot was much better. The acting significantly improved, and this movie kept me at the edge of my seat almost from the beginning to the end. Okay, I'm going to give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. Okay, so these were my thoughts on Captain America, the first Avenger, and Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Please do let me know what you thought about these two movies in the comment section below, and as always, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button. It's your boy Tanveer Side, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.